Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, the only Holly you need to know, and the hostess with the mostest. This is the Fashion Crimes Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We have such a special episode. I mean, it's like so official. I have all these people here. I'm so excited. This is a brand new company that I've just heard about. I am very excited to introduce them. But before we do that, I want to make sure that you guys have been listening. You have signed up on the Fashion Crimes Podcast website for our holiday gift guide. You understand what's going on, that you have donated to our charity, which we're so excited to support this year. And you have liked, shared, and supported all of these local designers, because if you cannot support with your dollars, you can certainly support with your time and your effort and your likes. And all female entrepreneur companies that we love have been featured on this gift guide, with an addition to Andrew Warner, of course. But we are so excited today. Please understand that I have just put out the only wardrobe checklist that you will ever need. Please go back and listen to episode 117 and figure out what you need in your closet for this holiday season, so you are not stuck without something to wear. And then you call me and you start crying because you want to panic and buy new stuff. So without further ado, I would love to introduce Phoebe, Anya, and Melissa from Taelor. That is Taeler, Taelor.com. Everybody, welcome to the show.
Hello. These are Taelor.Style, Taelor.Style. And we have me and Anya and Phoebe, who are founders of the company. And also we have stylist Melissa here.
I'm so excited. Now, your publicist reached out to me and she was like, this is what they do. This is what, and I wanted so hard to make it relevant. And Anya and I had a great conversation, and I just really want to make everyone understand. Tell us about your background and why we need to know about Taelor. Tell us why you're so hot.
Taelor is a menswear rental subscriptions in the US. We offer over 200 brands, and from the world's most famous brand that you all can find in the outlets, as well as in the premium department store. Definitely not in supermarket. I was just doing grocery shopping for.
Don't worry, it's all good. It's all good.
Lobster and crabs and the famous brands in the world, to a lot of sustainable brands from different part of the world. And a lot of the brands, they are both of different style, from preppy to street to classics to smart casuals, as well as that complete outfit from top and jackets and polo to pants. So what's very interesting is that we offer rental subscriptions. So people do not need to buy. They can wear for a couple of weeks, and our stylists help them to pick. And after they are done, they send back the dirty clothes and get next box. So no more shopping, no more laundry.
Now, how did this get started? Tell us the love affair between you and Phoebe.
Great. I will start with Phoebe. We'll have you to chime in. So I was a person who more of the old audience of Holly. So I'm one of those women who over 40 and do not know how to style myself. So a few years ago, I was starting to be holding a leadership role at tech company like Meta, Facebook, Instagram, eBay, and Target, and where I started leading a large tech team. But every morning I wake up, I feel like, oh my God, it's not my day. I'm not ready. Mm-hmm. Who am I going to listen to me? This immigrant woman who wasn't engineers, but I have to lead those team. So I figured that maybe I can at least looks like I'm ready, even though I'm not. So I started thinking, okay, how about we use Stitch Fix? But then they require you to buy from every single shipment. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to own that much stuff. I rent, and I'm so much clutter at homes. And I tried rent the wrong way. I love it. And I became customer things. But I didn't like the fact I had to spend hours browsing through thousands of items. I didn't know what's good on me. me. So I was thinking like if there's a service that we can help people to look good, so but they don't have to think there's someone styling, they don't need to buy, they can wear for a couple of weeks. And when we were doing interview, a lot of people are like that. They are very practical, very goal driven. Turn out that they are mostly guys. And Phoebe's very passionate about sustainability. I will have her to chime in a bit.
Yeah,
Great.
so Anya and I, we actually connected back in Chicago when we did our MBA program. That was almost a decade ago. So she actually is the one who introduced me to Rent a Runway. She has a, invite special coupon that I could use. And knowing that, I'm a fashionista. So I tried out Rent a Runway, almost 6 years now for the first time. And then after that, try out other services out there. I just thought it's a brilliant idea because I'm a minimalist. I don't like to own a lot of stuff. And I love passion, right? I like something quality, something, that I can wear once for special occasion, right? And don't really like to own a lot of stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars to buy designer dresses. So it's just a brilliant idea. So I've been using, rental services for women for years, right? And when Anya approached me, 2 years ago, that she decided to leave Meta at the time, Facebook, and wanted to start her own company. We brainstorm, think about it. Okay, what should we start? We want to do something together. What should we start? And just naturally, you know what? We should look into the rental space, right? Both of us are very familiar with heavy user of the clothing rental space. And we did a lot of research about, the space, the players out there. I think many of you may know Rent a Runway is the pioneer, right? And as we look into the space, we realize that, there's actually not too many companies out there that serve men, right? As we study the market, we did some focus group and learned that many people, busy men, they hate shopping, they don't know how to dress up themselves, right? There's not a lot of option out there for them. That's why we decided to start Men instead. Even though, yes, actually we wanted to find a better solution for ourselves.
Right.
Now we know we just have to listen to Holly's show.
Well, thank you. Well, I've learned as a personal stylist, and Melissa, you can probably relate to this. People just want to be told what to do, right? They are like, I've got 3 kids. I'm this, I'm that. This is how much I want to spend. I don't have the brain space. When I line up 100 people, you've done all these focus groups. I've done, just surveyed my customers, but 20% of 100 women, they got it, right? They look good. They know how to keep up. They enjoy shopping. They enjoy fashion. That 60% in the middle, they want to look good, but they're not going to try that hard. They're going to try a little bit. And if they're going to go in a department store and say, I don't love it, I can't, it's just too much for me. So again, it is addressing an untouched market, if you will, because in the digital age, I think that, yes, you can go and order online, but you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not enough. For a guy, right? You got to be able to say, hey, that might look good on me. I'll try that. Melissa, can you tell us the process? So I am Joe Schmo and I sign up. Tell me what happens after that.
Yeah. So after a customer signs up, he can opt in for a 15-minute Zoom consultation with a stylist. And then we get to know his style better, get to know the nitty gritty, what he's looking for, any sizing issues that he has. And then during that call, we also show him a mini collection. Since we do carry over 200 different brands, we show him some of the styles that we think that he would like, and then he can give us feedback there. But if he opts to not have a Zoom call, we send him a very large collection, and then he goes and hearts all of the items that he would like to add to his wish list, and then we put his box together.
So, okay, so I don't want to talk to you because I'm busy.
Yeah.
So you send me a digital list, and I'm like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. And out of that, you send me what I like.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
With a personalized styling note on how to wear those items.
Oh, why don't you speak to that? So so I open my box. I'm like, here's, 3 shirts, 4 pair of pants, 2 sweaters, and a jacket. Your note says what?
My note would say exactly how to wear those items. Because some guys they see these items and they go, well, what am I supposed to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
The note will tell them exactly what to pair it with, give them some ideas of where to wear it to, and then also how they can dress it up, dress it down, just different ideas.
And is there a formula to that note, or is it each individual stylist? You're like, hey, Joe Schmo, why don't you try this? Do that. Do you say, let me know, give me feedback, what you like, what you don't like?
Definitely. We definitely ask for feedback. And just during like the phone call or no phone call, each note is personalized towards them. So let's say that they have like a work function, then we'll write the note on how to wear this outfit to the work function. But yeah, we also do ask for feedback. Like, did you like this color? Was this brand your size? So then we know different brands that are going to fit him the best as well.
So let's talk about sizing for just a second, because I know I deal with this a lot with women. Do people say, oh, I'm an extra large, and they're not an extra large? Tell us what happens. Anybody can answer. What happens with sizing issues? And do you carry plus size for guys?
Melissa, why don't you go?
Okay. Yeah, with sizing issues, sometimes we run into that. But we make sure to get as much feedback as possible so we can get that correct size. So that's where the feedback comes into play. So we could find that perfect size. So if a shirt was too big, then we know, okay, so this size brand isn't going to fit. Let me think of a different brand. And right now we only carry up to size extra large at the moment. But yeah, it's in the pipeline to grow.
Phoebe,
we also have different.
Go ahead, Phoebe.
We also have different measurement points on the clothes, right? So chest measurement is very important. So say the customer is size medium, right? And then the customer prefers slim fits. We know that, typically slim fit size medium is chest measurement 42. Right, we will try that in the first box, based on the best information we have at first. And then if the feedback is, it's a little bit too tight, right, then we may send 42 chest out on the next box.
I think it's a really tough thing to be able to help someone so quickly and get it right, And so I think I would hope that customers would have a little bit of leniency, as it's not going to be perfect the first time, right? What has been your experience? Anybody can answer with that. Have you had really difficult people, or most people takes them a couple of boxes to get it right?
Phoebe?
Yeah, most people are very understanding, especially with the first box. But once we find like their perfect fit, then we know. Then it's smooth sailing after that. But yeah, they know the first box. It's a lot of trial and error, but if we nail it, and especially with the measurements, and especially I would recommend everybody get the phone call, because that really does help, especially seeing the client, seeing if they do have like broad shoulders, like fit issues that some guys don't really understand. Being able to see them face to face really does help, especially as a stylist.
What's the worst? Go ahead, Phoebe.
Yeah, because it's a rental model, right? A customer, they know that, they are not forced to buy anything, right? It's good to try them on, because we send them 4 pieces, sometimes up to six items in a box. They can try them on, try the style, try different sizes, because as even size medium is different for all different brands, right? So
totally.
It's good for them to try them on, so they are more open, knowing that it's a rental model, right? And then they also are more willing to provide feedback, so that they can expect a better fit, better style in the next box.
So tell us, anybody, what is the biggest problem fit issue with men? What is the biggest issue? Is it stomach? Is it shoulders? Is it like big, guys that work out? Like I do style men, but not a ton. So what is what's the biggest fit issue?
Lisa?
Yeah, I would say the chest and shoulder area. That is the biggest issue, especially since the pandemic. A lot of people got Pelotons or either, yeah, it goes either way. They either got the Peloton and started working out, or they relaxed a little
or
bit.
not.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So yeah, finding their correct chest sizing, that's what we run in. That's the problem we usually run into. Yeah, a guy before the pandemic that thought he was slim fit, and now he's more of a regular fit. Yeah, it's just being honest, the client being honest. Yeah.
Who is the Taelor, and Anya, let's see if you can answer this. Who is the typical Taelor customer?
Yeah, we have a variety of people. Our customer range from age 17 to 70, but most of them are between 25 to 50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
They are people who want to look good to achieve certain goal, want to look good to get a job and get the promotions or close the deals. And they are pretty practical. They get the clothes because they are on vacations or works or social life. And they tend to be not those people who read GQ every day. So they tend to rely a lot on Melissa and tell them what to do. And a lot of them only know very little brand. They only have been using the same brand and buying the same clothes year over year. But then they feel like, hey, it's time to make a little bit change, or it's time that the clothes no longer fit with them, or they are sometimes in between sizes. They gain weight, lose weight, and or in between style or lifestyle too. After pandemic, some people changed their lifestyle a lot and became more minimalist and have less stuff at home. And in terms of occupation, they are all over. There are people who engineer, people facing professional salespeople. We have clients who are magicians and musicians and real estate agents, school teachers, and all kinds of role but they all have in common that they do want embrace this modern lifestyle. They also want to support sustainability. Phoebe, anything to add on?
Yeah, I think you're definitely right on. And many of them actually are influenced. Many of them influenced by their wife, their girlfriends, and their friends who've been using the women clothing rental services, right? So this is definitely not new, unlike more than a decade ago when Rental Runway started. So it's definitely becoming more and more mainstream.
I like to encourage women to take a good long look at their partners, because once they start looking good, the women, once I'm done with you, whatever, I wave my magic wand, they start looking around. They're like, no. And it always happens that I end up styling their husband, their kids, their mother-in-law. That's usually what happens, because they want to feel as good. They want their loved ones to feel as good as they do, right? So my tagline is, if your husband looks bad, that's your fault. You know why that's your fault? Because he doesn't know, right? And I'm totally generalizing here, but most people in the world don't like to shop. That is not a secret. It's not a mystery. Even with online shopping, some people that's cured their hate for shopping. Some people, it makes it worse. Some people still are OG like me, and they want to go to the store. I need to feel it. I need to see, especially if I'm shopping for other people, I want to touch it. But I think this is really good for people who don't have maybe a woman influence in their life. Maybe they do. I've styled women who've said to me, I've had your card for 2 years. I have 4 people in this house to get dressed. He better figure it out. Like, I can't, So I get that. But to me, that's who I see your customer as, is somebody who really kind of wants to take that next step. Maybe they're dating again. Maybe they're divorced. Maybe, they're starting a new career. I mean, I'm, just making this up, but I think that we have a lot in common. That's why I wanted to interview you, because men, it's a very fine line between guys who want to look good and then guys that don't want to look too good because they don't want to get shit from their friends, right? They don't want to be like, ooh, nice shirt. Like that's, and to me, I find when I work with men, it's baby steps. Melissa, do you agree that? Like, I mean, tell us the process. They say, okay, say I'm Joe Schmo. I have my 15-minute call with you. Do you ask about color? Do you ask about shoes and accessories and bags? Keep going.
Yes, I definitely ask them some of their favorite brands. What shoes do they have in their closet? Most guys I've found are wanting things that will push them out of their comfort zone, things that they wouldn't have normally bought, but they can rent and wear a couple times out. I was actually very shocked by it because I come from a retail background, and so I would send out the plaids, send out the stripes. These our customers are wanting like funky prints, conversational prints, florals. Yeah, it is a stylist dream because they know that they don't have to buy it. They can rent it and wear it, get those compliments, and send it back. And it's not just going to sit in their closet until like the next holiday season.
Okay, this is what I want to know. Anybody, this can be, how do y'all pick the brands that you send to people?
I think the brands that we work with, it's really important that they are aligned with our mission, right? So one of our mission is to play a part in saving the environment. And we are really, trying to promote the circular fashion model, right? Why buy something that you don't think or you don't wear often, just sitting in the closet collecting dust, right? That's what we want to avoid. But through the rental and the resale model, rent first, try different brand, try different style, right? If anything you love, you can buy it. So the brands that we partner with, right, they are sustainable brands. They really, through their manufacturing process, their material selection process, their design process, they really have the sustainable elements in throughout the stages of the manufacturing stages of the garments. So we partner with those brands, not necessarily big brands, a lot of emerging brands from all over the world. So we have brands, in Taiwan, right? This company called Trans Am, for example. So it's a performance blazer suit. Right, it's very stretchable and it made from coffee ground. We have brands, sustainable brands that made from recycled plastics. Right, and recently we added brands in Colorado, so they also a sustainable brand. Their button is actually made from coconuts instead of plastics. And that's one. And of course, in terms of their sourcing, who they work with, we definitely will look into their manufacturing process as well.
Okay. Any high fashion brands, or is it more moderate price points?
I would say we are definitely not fast fashion, right? And not luxury brands. We don't do luxury brand high-end. Really focus on performance, quality, comfort, features, right? As sometimes, you don't have to, those elements do not correlate to pricing all the time, right? You can buy something quality, $100 shirts, very high end, in terms of quality, right? Reasonable price point. So for us, for shirt is between $100 to $200 price points.
Yeah, and
so do you have shoes as well and accessories?
Not yet. Right now when we first started, we have tops. Because we started last year when it was still during the pandemic, no one was going out, right? So we figured, okay, let's focus on tops, and then earlier this year we started to expand to bottoms. So yes, in the near future we will start to launch other accessories as well.
Yeah, and when the customer buy, it's pre-owned, right? So they get up to 70% off of a retail price.
Love it.
because it's pre-owned item. And think of that, there's now we have thread up, Poshmark, real. Women love to thread and buying secondhand. But most of the guys, they don't want to spend hours browsing through the thread store and finding the items they may or may not like. So and this become a model that allow them to try on different things and also be able to have a chance to buy pre-owned item without spending much time.
Damn it, I love it. I mean, I feel like this, it sounds exactly what a moderate priced customer who wants to elevate their style, that's what it sounds like, which is, I think, the majority of America, right? I mean, the majority of America is in East Jesus, wherever, right? Midwest, or, stop me if you don't agree. You live in Chicago, Miami, LA, New York, whatever, you got it, right? You got to look good. You got to keep up. You're around celebrities or high profile people, especially in a place like Miami where people are driving high-end luxury cars and, $1 million homes. If you don't see that, if you're not around people like that, I think that it's a different lifestyle, right? So what is what you see on TV. And that's the problem with women, is that a lot of people just opt out because they see celebrities on TV as the top, and they go, well, I don't look like that, so I'm just not going to do it. So I commend you for really focusing on that demographic of people who are relevant in the world, right? But don't have the access to, or the knowledge to say, oh, I need to go to this store, even though it's 2 hours away because I live in, small town USA. It's still so much effort. And I think that you take all of that away, especially when you add the stylist call. I think that's the hook right there, because if you don't, otherwise, what has turned me off about other companies with the same model is that I felt like a robot was picking out your clothes, right? And I was like, how can you answer? Because there's bra companies that do this. There's formal wear companies, men, whatever. And I'm like, how can you answer 10 questions and then somebody's going to know what you want to wear? But you have a real personal aspect to it, and which I think makes the whole brand relevant. It's like having a Zoom call with any personal stylist and me going to the store and saying, what do you want? Okay, let me go try to find it. You like it, you don't like it, send it back. That's kind of what it is. So I really commend you for that, because I wasn't a big fan. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't a big fan of subscription boxes because they all seem to do the same thing. But I think you guys are a little bit different, and you're smaller. Smaller is good, because then you really understand what the customer wants, and that's not easy. You don't read minds for a living, right?
Yeah, and we are also a second-year startup, but we are also a venture capital-backed startup. Means that we are growing extremely fast. And as a result, we constantly adding hundreds of items and thousands of items to our inventory. And so we actually ask our customers, what do you want? And they actually send a picture to Melissa, and we go find stuff, because we need to add inventory anyway. So a lot of time our customers say, oh my God, you just have this exactly what I was thinking now, because we went shopping for you.
No, totally.
The inventory. And one thing that earlier you mentioned about that, it's great now they can spend less time. That's actually why we start a company. We start a company because Phoebe and I, we are both immigrants. I'm from Taiwan, Phoebe from Malaysia. We work our way up and eventually achieve our American dream. And we want to help more people to, thank you. And we want to help more people to have their mind space to do what they want to do, right? Maybe they want to be a great engineer and designers or salespeople, whatever their dream is. And we want them to spend time on the things that matter. And we also want to help them to have a peaceful mind and feel like they are ready, they are worth it, they are capable of doing their day-to-day. So it's really important for us to help our customer and know what's their goal. I mean, Lisa, the first thing we ask them is like, tell us your day to day. What do you want to achieve? How can we help you? And we don't see this just purely fit fashion. We see this, we help them to more stylish, but also be the best version for themselves, so they can focus their energy on stuff that really matters.
That is exactly what I do. That's exactly, the who, what, when, where, why. Who are you? Where are you in your life today? What do you need? What do you want? What do you like? You don't know what you like? Great. Melissa's going to pick out what you like. And then once you kind of get them to that comfortability, then they're like, ooh, send me a little bit more, ooh, I might want this, or I might be interested in trying. They don't like it. They don't have to wear it. Big deal. You just send it back. I always say, I didn't buy it. I didn't make it. I didn't sew it. It's okay if you don't like it. It doesn't matter, right? There's no emotional attachment to the clothes. But, how many stylists do you have right now?
Right now, we have just a handful of stylists right now. Of course, we are growing. As we grow our customer base, we will grow our styling team as well.
Well, I just love it. I'm really excited. I want you guys to be so successful and have billions of customers and everyone. It is, it's my mission in this world to create, it's my life's work to create change with fashion and style as a tool, and not, I want people to use it to get them ahead, not hold you back. I only can speak for me as an example. I grew up around retail fashion clothes my whole life. Most people don't grow up like that. So if you don't grow up like that, it's okay that you don't know, right? And that's what I'm like a therapist. I'm sure, Melissa, you are too, more than anything. It's okay that you don't know. I don't know how to do your job. I don't know how to be an engineer. Nobody's shunning me because of that. Why should, especially women are supposed to know how to be sexy, how to, be relevant, how to be a great mom, how to do blah, 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 and look good. You're like, I can do all those things, but I can't shop, and so you're giving men a voice that maybe might be afraid to step up or even go ask for help in the store. So kudos to you. I'm really loving it. And I wish you guys all the success in your second year. And, hopefully I had a jewelry designer on. She was my 3rd episode, and then she was my 93rd episode. So I think you guys are, 120 or 121. Hopefully you can be 220 or 221 back here on the Fashion Crimes podcast. So it's really why I wanted to have you is so all of my listeners, your brother, your cousin, your husband, your partner, your neighbor, I don't care who it is, somebody at your church, somebody who you're like, ugh, he needs a little help. What a great gift idea. Anya, talk about the gift.
Yes. Well, holidays here, and nowadays people seem to have everything that they want. Sometimes it's really hard to pick the perfect items that we know they will exactly love. I used to work for Target. Every year after holiday season, we got tons of returns, especially those last minute shopping people. So why not give something more about experience? Is someone a service, Melissa, a stylist will pick perfect items for them. How about give them some options? There's plenty, thousands of items, 200 brands on the platform. How about give them something that supports sustainability? Instead of buying new, they can rent, they can buy pre-owned items. So on Taelor, which is Taelor.Style, STYLE, we are offering 10% off gift card, and you can use a code Fashion Crime Gift, and with F capital, C capital, give cap, G capital, Fashion Crime Gift, and 10% off gift card this holiday season on Taelor.Style.
I think you guys are really smart. I'm really grateful that our missions are aligned. We just want people to look good. You know what I mean? Like, we want people to look good, because when you look good, then you're happier. When you're happier, then you're nicer. And then when you're nicer to me. And when you're nice to me, that means I'm nicer. And then when I'm nice, everything goes smoothly. Duh. I mean, that's really what it's about. It's about giving people the power that's already within you. You just got to reach in there and dust it off. That's it. everyone's got that little style gene inside them. But when you make their life run itself, then you're doing them such a service. And believe me, I've got trainer, clean late, this, that. It takes a lot of people to keep me in line. Okay. It takes a lot of people. And so I hope that you guys can extend your line and that you can extend your brands and that you reach as many people as possible, because a lot of people need help. Let's be honest. A lot of people need help. And you have come to the rescue. Good for you.
we have customers who recently got a job as a data scientist, and we were so proud of him. We have a customer who just got promotions, and before he said he need clothes for job interview, and then he got promotion. He said he need clothes as a manager. Now we have a customer who said, well, I now got a girlfriend because dating. We update his dating profile based on this new outfit. So it's so amazing to see we're part of their life journey and achieving their dream. And we hope that this holiday season, you are not just giving something, just a stuff. Maybe you are giving them a hope for something they will love, and help them to push and save them time, and then give them a chance to have achieving their goals.
Who knew a new outfit could do that? This is what, it's just, that's what it comes down to. You got the gift. Now you got it. You give it to others. And then it's, what's funny is that it's never about the clothes. It is, but it's not. It's about the energy that they exude once that gives them the confidence to get that promotion, do the next show, whatever, their lifestyle entails. So I'm so excited to meet you guys, and I'm so happy. And thank you so much for coming on the show, and tell us how we can find you. You gave us the website. Are you on Instagram? Are you on social media?
Yeah, we are everywhere, all over social media. You can find us Taelor.Style, and our website, Taelor.Style.
Perfect. Well, I am so happy. Phoebe, Anya, and Melissa, thank you so much for joining us. We are so honored to have you. We love female entrepreneurs. We love female-owned businesses. We love women of color. We love immigrant women of business color. We love it all. We are so excited. We love to support. So that is how we can support Taelor.Style. We can support them on Instagram and all social media channels. And y'all, I know y'all know somebody. Don't even front. Your husband, your brother, your cousin, your neighbor, somebody at your church. Stop, figure it out. Figure out who you can get this for and set him on the right path. Okay. Because people say, I don't want to hurt their feelings. This way you're not hurting their feelings. Take this gift card and use it. Please use it. Okay. Please use it. Please go get a girlfriend. That would make me so happy. So I'm loving this journey for you guys. We will be there for you. We will support you. You will be part of the holiday gift guide, which we're going to talk about in another episode. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast. My name is Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist. And as always, the only Holly you need to know. Please send us an email, snail mail, send us smoke signals, reach out to us, send us a DM. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you want to talk about. If you write in for a question, I might give you a shout out on the podcast. I've certainly done that in weeks past. And if you know somebody who needs a makeover, damn it, send them to Taelor.Style. They will thank you for it. They will look better for it, and everyone will be happier. So happy holidays, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been the Fashion Crimes Podcast, and we are out.